Okay. Now, in Chabad Hasidut, we learn that if you do one commandment, even one commandment, in your whole life, one commandment, that attaches you to God. And God, of course, is infinite. And God, of course, permeates all time and all place. So basically, if you do one commandment in your life, you're attached to God eternally for the whole rest of your life. You don't feel it, you don't see it, maybe not aware of it, maybe nobody's aware of it, but it's the truth. So here we have a story about this. It says, once as the first Rebbe of Chabad stepped out of his room, he heard his wife remarking to several women, mine says, now this is Yiddish, you have to say, in Yiddish, once a woman speaks about her husband, she'll refer to him as mein man. My man means my husband, mein man. But sometimes you don't say the word man. They know what you're talking about. So one woman says, my husband says this. The Alter Rebbe's wife said to the others, meiner sagt, my husband says. But they didn't say just my husband. She said my. That's the how do you say the way things are. So the Rebbe said, with one mitzvah, I am yours. The Rebbe did a mitzvah of marrying his wife. It was a mitzvah to get married. He said, with just one mitzvah, now you call me yours. One mitzvah. How much, if so, do we belong to God? With one mitzvah, my wife has the right to say that I belong to her, my husband. How much more so when we do a commandment for God, right? That God can say, my person, my Jew. If I just do one commandment, how much more so if we do several commandments? God. Now, a woman, when they get married, is very happy. A marriage is very happy. Before a woman in Judaism, it's a very happy thing, right? Generally speaking, in the world, it's also very happy, right? Because before that, you're not certain, and now that you can't have children on your own, such as you. Now the whole world is a new world. It's a fruitful world. It's a fruitful world. It says, how much more so if you get married to God? How do you get married to God? By doing a commandment. When we do a commandment, we say, Asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav. Kidishanu means made us holy, but it also means to marry us. Kiddushim is to get married. So if you're happy getting married and doing just one commandment, and there you're just getting married to a physical person, which is really a very happy thing, how much more so when we get married to the Creator, infinite Creator? The commandments come from God. And they don't just come from God. They are a connection to God. It's a marriage. With these words, when the Rebbe said this, he fell into the doorpost and he said, go out and see. Step out of yourself and see what's going on when you do a commandment, what you're connecting to God. It comes from that. The next sentence, this is a sentence from the Song of Songs. Banot Zion, the daughters of Zion. The daughters of Zion means Malchut, the daughters, arousing God's emotions called Zion. Zion is God, the Yesod. In the future, this will bring a marriage. What's called a valorous woman is her husband's crown. We'll see how important this physical world and the Jewish people are to God. We, so to speak, we become a crown to God. Let's see what this. Oh, here it says. But a parent is feminine. Okay, it's sort of how do you say? It's shrouded in mystery. But what it means is that in some ways we'll realize that this world gives pleasure to God. We become a crown to God, our husband. As we'll talk about more, God willing, tomorrow. It's pretty deep, pretty amazing, pretty happy. Think about it. Okay, now let us do a story.